Hello and welcome back, guys. It's me, Bushcraft Family, in another one of those videos that we all talk about. This is 10 things you should know about creating your prepper pantry. Yes, this is some things that's not so much your normal pantry, but some a little bit more to think about when it comes time for that. Not saying anything bad's going to happen or whatnot, but why chance it? Things have not been going so well lately, and there has been a lot of talk about that four-letter thing that we all talk about. SHTF. Yeah. I'm not going to say the words because I didn't get in trouble for that word. So if you don't know what it is, you'll figure it out. Just do a Google search what it stands for. Prepper Pantry. Interesting enough. The whole government, what you should need in case of emergency, something like that, is a 3-day emergency food supply. Some water and a couple canned food and a candle or two and a flashlight or something like that. Well, I guess the first rule would be when building this, I've said it many, many times, buy only stuff and prepare stuff that your family's going to eat. If your family doesn't like beans, why store 200 pounds of beans when you're going to turn your family's stomach every time they eat a bean? Me, I love beans. I don't know about eating them every day or anything like that, but yeah. Only store things that you guys, your family or yourself will eat. It's only obvious because you have to, if things get bad, you don't want to be dreading dinner time coming around because it's something you just don't like to eat. So think of that ahead of time. Consider food that's what's in it, as in nutrients and stuff. Be it spaghetti dinner or something like that has lots of carbs. Add in a few vegetables into the pasta sauce or something to give it a little bit more oomph to it. Things like that. Proteins, fruits, vegetables, healthy fats. All this is going to be very important when you're having to burn a lot of calories. Because you don't know what's in store for us when we have to use these prepper pantries and stuff like that. So any kind of survival situation, you're going to be more stressed and everything, and that's just going to burn more and more calories. So you need to consider all that stuff in your thoughts. Number 3, you want to maximize as much calories as you can, because calories are going to be burning like crazy. You need at least 2,000 calories per person, more depending on your climate and what you're going to be doing and things like that. those are important things. And a lot of this talk is going to be about that type of stuff. Number 4, stocking adequate proteins. Mostly low cost food storage plans recommend storing lots of beans. Again, if you don't like beans, yeah, because why beans? Because beans they're packed with a bunch of protein, and protein is your fuel for your body. So it's important to, if you don't like beans, find other sources of major protein that you can keep adding to your meals and stuff to get by. Number 5, make sure that if you're using this pantry that you rotate. Anytime you're down there or wherever your pantry is, your prepper pantry, whatever you want to call it, make sure you always in the back of your mind of what stuff you have and when it expires, when to use it. There's different types of cans, different kinds of storage items that you have to keep in mind. What expires first and what is the expiration date or the best sell by date? Which is it? Is it a sell by date, or is it when it to use by date, or is it when it expires? Things like that. You have to keep a mental or documented when this stuff goes bad or whatever the case may be. Those things are very, very, very important, because you don't want to be at the point to where SHTF happens and you find out that majority of your preps expired a year ago or 2 years ago, because that cuts down on the time that your family has to survive on. Not saying that, expiration date, throw it out, that type of thing. It's just something that you got to keep in your mind. Things like that. Number 6, don't forget about your baking and cooking needs. The other things that you like, there's so much stuff that you can make. If you're baking, because baking could be very important for bread and stuff. There's nothing like a warm piece of bread with your meal and stuff. So don't forget about your other needs, like stocking up on yeast, baking soda, baking powder, things for making tortillas, because that's a very easy way to make a bread type product. Those are very important things to not forget, because SHTF, it's not like you can go down to the grocery store and buy some more yeast. So if it's too late, it's too late. You know what I mean? Number 7, don't forget about them spices and condiments. And I'm really big on herbs and stuff like that, because they have multiple uses. Oregano, you make oregano oil, but what if you don't have the oil anymore? So you have to think about that. There's really great ways that they've been storing oils for long periods of time. Look at all the oil that has come from Italy and Spain and stuff in the different containers. That's something to think about, because oil, that's really important thing. If you could get a stockpile of nice olive oil or something, it has multiple purposes, just not for cooking and stuff. So remember the spices and all that kind of stuff. Also, I would say number 8 would be a good one for some easy, already prepared meals. And there are some that you can purchase, the MREs and stuff like that, but it doesn't have to be those real expensive meals that the military uses and whatnot. It could just be a jar of, it could have meat and potatoes and carrots and, oh wait, that's stew. Yeah. Some of those things like that. And that's something to think about right there. Some ready to eat meals that you're ready to go. Just dump it in a pot and boom, you got your meal. You don't have to prepare anything. Those are awesome. And I've been thinking about those quite a bit lately because just for the fact of, maybe I should make, instead of just canning that hamburger, maybe I should make some sloppy Joe mix and just put it in a can and have it canned up. And then all I have to do is heat it up, put it on some bread or tortilla or whatnot, and you're done. Those are very important things. Yep. Okay, and our next one is snacks. You might be thinking, well, we're not going to have snacks or anything like that, but that's something to think about. Yes. And it's just not anything like a bag of chips or something like that. That's silly. But number 9, some high energy snacks. And this could be trail mix, peanut butter and crackers, granola bars, nuts, dehydrated fruit and vegetables. Those are good snacks and high energy. That's enough to, if you have to go out and scavenge, you don't want to be bringing a big old meal or something like that. Beef jerky, things like that. That pretty much sums it up right there. Those are important little things. And number 10, don't forget about the vegetables and fruit. A lot of people will say canned chicken, canned beef and stew and all this other stuff. And when it comes down to it, where are the fruits and vegetables? You don't see, maybe you get a little bit of corn in there or green beans or something. A lot of this stuff is very important because of the vitamins and stuff. Look at the people who used to come over from faraway lands, and by the time they made it over to another continent or something, they had scurvy because they didn't eat anything that had any vitamin C and stuff in there. So all these vitamins and stuff that's in fruits and vegetables are very important. So always keep in mind of the vegetables and the fruits. I know it's really hard now because a lot of the fruit is the pop top cans. But if you look around, you can find these gems that are not pop tops. And that's our basic list, a top 10 list for our prepper pantry. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you would, leave some more comments down below of stuff that you would add to this list. Like always, God bless.